So I just wrapped up my first game on the Fallout 76 beta, and I'm hoping to have gameplay up for you guys either later today or tomorrow. So basically, I just wanted to do an immediate reaction. I'm recording this at 11:45 on October 30th, so it's probably going to come out tomorrow. But as for my thoughts, the only thing I wanted to say at the start of this is at the end of the 4-hour gameplay, I was getting a little bored. At the 3.5-hour mark, it was starting to get a little bit repetitive. We were fighting the same enemies. Playing that game for 4 hours, it did start to feel a little bit drawn out. The map was big. We were trying to find people to kill at the end. But I think Bethesda did a really good job at stopping griefers. But I do hope that Bethesda puts in different map. I just wanted to say that this game has uber amounts of potential, but I don't think it's all the way there yet. It's a lot of fun. We're probably worth $80. It's to the $80 mark. But when you want a great game, it outdoes that $80 price point. You get way more included in your money. Just building with my friends, the camp, there's a lot behind the camps. There's a lot to do. There's so many things to do, so many guns to unlock. The ammo, I think I counted at least 25 to 30 different ammo. Probably a couple specific to specific guns, but a lot of different ammos, cannonballs, ping pong ball. There was a lot of weird stuff in the game. There was a lot of melee weapons. It's awesome because there's a lot of Fallout. It's just Fallout. It felt like Fallout, which is awesome because when you get an online game like this, where they changed the setting a lot, but and they changed the idea of the game. Now it's massive multiplayer. It still felt like Fallout. We still got computers. I didn't believe how computers were going to be utilized, and I think that they did a very good job. I think that they still use character vocals to kind of draw out feelings with the playbacks and stuff like that. I didn't think some of the storylines. I wasn't playing this specifically for storyline. I was playing it for gameplay, how I'm going to enjoy the game, to learn a bunch of different things about the game. And probably during the cut-ups of the gameplay tomorrow, it's most likely going to be a lot of things that I realized quickly about the game. I like the leveling up system. I like the perk system, stuff like that. It gives you stuff to grind for. We didn't feel like any microtransactions affected the game at all. It's the beta, though. That can change. And I just think that they should be doing stuff to include the factions a little more. Right away, we got to join volunteering for the responders and just go do missions for them, but all the missions were not really for them because they were all just dead bodies with notes on them where you're sat. Like, we need to have a little bit, like NPCs, they had traders in the game. That was insane. I was happy to see that. And now we just need to see that kind of thing for factions where we see somebody walking around as a part of a faction and you might be able to interact with them. I don't want the excuse of the fact that we're going to mix them up with real players unless you're going to make them literally like real players, the way they act, the way you interact with them. If you shoot at them, they'll shoot back and stuff like that. And I do want to say that if you want to be able to play PvP, you should be able to join a separate game mode going into the game. Now, this is the beta, so they might not have included that, but I don't think it's going to be in the base game. I think that they're going to need to include that, where you're going to choose between two servers, story or player v player action, because if I'm going to be building a base in the real game, 90% of the time nobody wants to attack it. Hopefully that changes. Hopefully they separate that by some way, but I did think that that was an issue. I didn't think the map being so massive was a big issue because of the blatant fact that you can see all the people that are in your game on your screen. It is servers with 12 people on it. And I think that you have the ability to get 12 people on the server as long as you're willing to wait times for the queue of the server. Because when I was trying to join up with my friends on the first time on the initial game, it said you got to wait for a player to leave because the world was full. And I like that idea. I like the fact that we can have 12 people. I think that when a couple more of my friends get the game and we're going to be able to do massive PvP battles between our friends, I think that's going to be fun. There was a bridge on the map that's perfect for one side versus the other side. And I think that they have just a bunch of different things that they can bring into the game that's just going to make it 10 times better. They have events. They try and keep consistent with things to do. The robots felt a little bit unique, even though they started to feel a little bit drawn out towards the end of the 4 hours. But it happens with the beta. It happens with the first time you play a game. If you spend 4 hours on a game, you're not realizing all the things you can do. But that is basically my initial reactions to Fallout 76. If you did enjoy, leave a like on my opinions. If you have any of your own opinions, leave them in the comment section below. I'm interested to hear what you guys had to do, and if you guys found any fun things to do or any ways to avoid being attacked. And one more thing to Bethesda, I just wanted to say that if a teammate of yours gets a bounty and somebody's trying to kill them for the bounty, you should be able to have the automatic ability to attack them. So basically the attack system is if you attack them and they attack you, then the guns start to do their literal damage. If not, you can slowly drain their damage. It's not worth it. Every shot does like 1/10 of the damage it normally would, 1/20th of the damage it normally would. But we saw that my buddy had a bounty on him because we were going around fighting other people. That was the main objective in like hour 2 to hour 3. So we were just going around trying to kill people with the upgrades that we got from grinding. And we killed a lot of people and he got a bounty. None of us got a bounty because he was specifically getting the kills, I believe. And then another player ran up who was level 5, shot at our teammate, and when we tried to attack him back, we were unable to defend our teammate, which I found was really weird, really unnecessary. If he's in your team and he has a bounty, at least give us a chance to fight back. If we're into bounties and somebody wants to come take it, we should be able to defend our team. But basically, we were pretty much raiders in that entire gameplay. We were just going after everybody. A lot of people, we on the mic were getting upset. But then you just leave the world because there's only 12 people. And what's the odds you get 12 people or 2 or 3 people that want to grieve that have the same locations as you, because you're going to have to fast travel everywhere. But yeah, those are my initial thoughts from the Fallout beta. A lot of things can change. Upcoming to the release, I think we have another beta, a couple more beta test tries coming up soon. We'll try and get as much recorded gameplay as we possibly can to bring to you guys. If you're watching in the day, have a great day. If you're watching at night, have a great night. Don't forget to subscribe, and peace out, boys.